Elliot Rosewater for KPXE Radio, the only nuclear-powered radio station on God's green earth. Look what I'm doing. Live mobile radio on the streets of Coronado in my wheelchair. That's my bodyguard. I'm going to go ahead. He's filming me. I'm filming you. So tonight it's different. Instead of being in a radio station where you play records in a studio, you come out and you mix with the traffic and the environment, and you take your radio station to the streets. Now, I don't know if anyone's ever really done it like this, but I'm going to do it. I'm doing it different, and it's for a reason. It's like, why be boring and do the same old shit all the time? Let's try something new. So here we go. Tomorrow, actually Sunday, we're doing a live podcast to Mexico City, where Jim Morrison went down there and was very impressed by the crowd that loved him and loved his music, and they were way ahead of the game actually when he sang the song, "Father, yes son." The whole audience in the stadium jumped the gun and said, "I want to kill you." And Morrison just stopped in his tracks, because not only did they understand what he was talking about, because in the South American culture, the firstborn son he reigns larger than the father, and there's always a conflict. Hence Oedipus. And even though Jim Morrison was not talking about his father and was not talking about killing his mother and his sister, and it's because this. I had the chance to say to him, "Hey, what does this lyric mean? And what does that lyric mean?" Most people never got that close, and he was very forthcoming. He said, "You know, that whole thing," he didn't mind using it, by the way, mother. It was the angst of the nation at the time. We were all pissed off at our fathers and our mothers, and we were having this conflict. And he was using it, but it was not about him killing his parents. What he was talking about, and he explained to me, he asked me, "Did you ever read a book called In Cold Blood by Truman Capote?" And I said, "Yeah, I did. I loved it." He said, "Well, you remember in the cell when they got captured and they were waiting to go to the executioner, there was a kid in the cell next to them, a big, fat, huge, fat kid that kept a scrapbook full of like pieces of pie and whipped cream and shit like that. And he was like a simpleton. But one morning, he just woke up and walked down the hallway and with a .22 rifle and killed his father, killed his mother, killed his brother, and wheeled them off a fucking cliff in a wheelbarrow." So Morrison was lamenting that story, but he was also letting people believe it was like, you know, the real Oedipus complex. But explain that. It was about the Holcomb family in Kansas. It was a wonderful book. Truman Capote back in the day was a great writer until he got mental, started writing weird shit. But he wrote that story, and it was like, it really impressed me, because it was every leaf, you know, it was in Kansas, it was on a farm, and they described everything so much in good detail. And these two fucking losers had heard about that this farmer had hidden money on his ranch, and it was like the con who told the other cons, he's actually just fucking lying. But this is how they got arrested, by the way. When that con in the jail read in the newspaper, they said these two fucking people had murdered, they didn't say who it was, they said they'd murdered this farmer in Holcomb, Kansas. The guy went, "Whoa, fuck, those two shitheads went there. I was just making that up." Well, guess what? He called and got out of jail early for turning them in, and that's how those two fuckers got caught. Otherwise, they would have been long gone. And there you have it. Al Graham for the KPXE Radio, the only nuclear-powered radio station on God's green earth. We're signing off for a little minute because we got a small tactical operation to perform.